Ahoy there, Nooklings! Welcome back to the Pokemon Nook. We're about to get into some plushies that I recently got and some card opening, both of which are pre-recorded. However, I just wanted to mention that this is all recorded before the Journey Together release, and I only mention it because I do talk about it whilst I'm opening up the cards. However, you are seeing this after the release, just to help with timelines and consistencies, but I'm going to stop waffling and let's get into the fun stuff. We have got another parcel from the Pokemon Center. I'm really excited for this one. Just going to use my scissors to get into it. It's probably going to be easiest. Yeah. Okay, we've got our free air as usual, which that can be fun to. There we go. Love doing that. So in here we have got, we'll start with the smallest item, which is just Paradox Rift Booster, which probably open later in this video. Just, yeah, because what I'm trying to do is like collect a few TCG items all in one go and open them all together. I've got 4 things at the minute, so yeah, we'll probably get into that in a bit. Then to help with that, I've been wanting this for quite some time, since going on the site, and I keep putting it off, and I'm not sure why. I think because I'm not playing at the moment. You know, I said that Jay and I are going to learn together, but between his health and my day job, it's just not been possible for us to do it. But I just decided I'm going to get it this time anyway. And this, oh wow, yeah, love that. So this has 2 of my 3 favourite Pokemon on it, so that's not bad. Lucario and Charizard, and of course everybody loves Pikachu. But as soon as they do an Arcanine one, that's going to replace this, but what can you do? And until then, we'll stick with these guys, because I really love it. It's fantastic artwork on it as well. And then the final thing, we got a new Arcanine. Had to get him when they released these. Had to wait a couple of days for K-Day, but oh wow, he's really soft. Love him, and I love that they do this detail for his mane. Ooh, shedding a bit there, but that's okay. So now we've got him. So these are, what do they call these? Just cuddly plush, apparently. Okay. But yeah, these are the brand new ones that released like last week, I think, just before Pokemon Day. So yeah, I actually did place this order on Pokemon Day. I'd been hoping that they were going to do something for it because I missed out on the Eevee card, the Eevee promo card, literally like by a day, which was annoying, but hey ho, it happens. Yeah, so really happy I was still able to do it. Oh, he's so soft, and I am going to stick him up there in a bit. I think I'm gonna have to rearrange everything again, but obviously we got the Build-A-Bear Growlithe, who you saw a couple of videos ago. Let me get him down because I've not actually sort of introduced him. As I've mentioned before, Arcanine is Inferno. Whether or not I just call all of them Inferno, I don't know. I haven't decided on that. Or just like one of them and then the rest are just the Pokemon names. The Growlithe I got again off Vinted. I'm really happy with him because he was, I think he was 17 quid. It was something silly because normally he goes for about 35-40. So really happy, and not only that, he's in really good nick. So like, I didn't have to unstuff him and wash him, just had to give him a bit of an airing, because one of the things I really don't like is when a plush smells of somebody else's house. You know, because it just, to me it's invasive. But you know, just getting him out of the box, letting him air for a bit, he was fine. He's, you know, he's fine to the touch, he doesn't feel grubby. So yeah, he's been a display piece, so that's really good. And there was one other plush, which of course is up on the desk, so I'll show you that one in a bit. So this is the other plush I was talking about that was on the desk. It's the friend ball. I love that it's a little bit weighted. It's kind of cool. Now this was one of these where the website I ordered it from, you were just going to get a random ball. Of course I was hoping for the great ball, but at the same time, you know, I'm kind of happy. I had to look up what the friend ball was because it's not one I've ever come across before, and as I've mentioned before, I rarely use any of the specialist Pokeballs, but I found it quite fitting for Cubone and for Coco on my desk, so it just sits between them because they are best friends. Had to be, yep, just had to be best friends. So that can go up there. Let's get into some Pokemon card openings. Okay, we have got some cards to open. Been holding on to these for quite some time. If you watch my vlogs, you'll know that already. But I think we're going to start with Paldea Evolved. Now, as you can see, we've got a new layout at the moment, and Inferno is keeping us company for some good luck, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just want to start small, and then we'll get into the bigger stuff. And I've just realised I haven't got my sleeves, just in case. And of course they're downstairs, so give me a second. Okay, that's better. It's important to have, and I've just realised the desk is still right up against the camera. There we go, that should be better. Hopefully you have less of a wobble now. So, back to Paldea Evolved. And I'm going to start with the code card. Now this is new. I've put the camera around at different angles, so hopefully I'll remember yeah, just where to put everything so you can see what's happening. But yeah, if I don't get something quite right, just bear with me whilst I get things organised and get on track. There we go. So we've got Makahita, Pinchurin, Dino. See, there we go, that's better. Magikarp, Vespiquen, Ice-Cube, Iono, Mastiff, Kilowattrel, Hariyama, and Energy. So that's our first stack. Let's go into the Stellar Crown with the Cinderace pack artwork. Quite like that one. Oh, and it matches. It's always a bonus. So, code card again. And this time we start with Electabuzz, Comfey, Eevee, Lokix, Rapidash, Luminion, Vikavolt, Greavard, and Turtonator. Oh no, and Caracosta, along with more Steel Energy. So I think carrying on with Stellar Crown, we'll do the blister pack. I hadn't intended on getting this one because I'm not a fan of Porygon 2, but you know what? I think at the time, hang on, let's get into that. Tesco had sold out of its singles, single boosters, so I just decided to get it anyway. So we got the Dragonite coin again, and that was actually another reason why I wasn't keen on getting it, because it's the same coin, but doesn't really matter. And there's the Porygon 2. And put him there, and we have the Lapras artwork on this one. Have code card. And we have Ponyta to go with our Rapidash, always good. Grubbin, Baroom, Drifloon, Briar, Azumarill, Area Zero, Purgly in reverse holo, and Reshiram, also reverse holo, and a Noctowl with some grass energy. Getting crowded up the top already. Tell you what, let's put Porygon down here in Charizard's Horde. And we're going into the first of the 2 mini tins. This is the Fuecoco one. I managed to find this on Amazon, which I was quite pleased about. And I have no idea what packs are in here. So let's take a look. And we've got the sticker. No, that's the art card. That's the sticker. So we've got Scarlet and Violet base set and Silver Tempest. So let's go base set first. Oh, that was good. Code card. And we start with Primate, Pawmi, Tarantula, Riolu, love Riolu, Hypno, Wugtrio, Titan, Stonjourner, I've forgotten how to say its name, Kakena, Klefki, and Fire Energy. That's those. So Silver Tempest up next. Oop. Left the code card behind. Just put that there. Card trick for that one. Swirlix, Rotom, Dreepy, Vulpix, Emolga, V-Star, Unidentified Fossil, Glalie, Candice, and oh, I like that Ninetales, and Terrakion, something like that. I guess with a lot of these, unless you've watched the series, pronunciations neither here nor there. Let's see, do we go EX or the second tin? Let's do the second tin, which is Prismatic. Very happy to find that. And Vaporeon this time. The last one we had was Flareon, of course, because Flareon is my favourite evolution. And we've got a gorgeous coin in that one. Go that way. The glitter on these, so cool. There's the card, and oh, come on, 2 boosters. And we are going to start with Eevee and Sylveon. Don't know why the V-Star's there. Let's put it over there. Code card. So we start with Draklock, Duraludon, something, yeah. Professor's Research, Hippowdon, Shaman, Professor Churro, Slowking, Groudon, Dusclops, and Glaceon. The fire energy. I think we might have that Glaceon already. Okay, code card. And we have Eevee, Hippowdon again, Bunnery, Pinsir, Slowking, Janine's Secret, Bug Catching Set, Dreepy, Bronzong, and Pheasantipede. Not bad, not bad. So, our final thing for the day is the Mabosstiff EX box, which I have been wanting for quite some time. Mabosstiff is going onto my Scarlet team this time around, and also, in case you didn't know this from my vlogs, I do really love my dogs, my canines, which I may have actually mentioned in the first Pokemon video I did. I can't remember, but that's also why Arcanine's my favourite Pokemon. So yeah, let's get into this one. Ooh. There we go. Code card. There we go. 2 promos. Well, promo and I think that's alternate hollow foil pattern. They're going to go to Charizard down the bottom. And the Mabosstiff Jumbo promo. Love that. Absolutely gorgeous. Love his angry face. And then we've got Paradox Rift, Silver Tempest, Paradox Rift, and ooh, Simpdian Flames. Cool, cool. Before we get into this, something I've been sort of thinking about, you know, for me, set wise, I'm not sure I want to actually complete any sets. I don't know. I mean, obviously it'd be cool if I could, but sort of the 3 main ones that I've been, I guess, collecting in a way would be Obsidian Flames, 151, which is like impossible to get hold of, which I didn't know at the time when I restarted purchasing cards. But also I am gonna get into Journey Together, and actually the reason I chose Journey Together was not the reason you might think. It was because of the colour of the ETB. I just love that colour combination. It looks gorgeous and I'm quite excited for that one. Yeah, so those are sort of going to be my main 3 focus sets. Yeah, and apart from that, I don't know whether or not I'll get any of the Destined Rivals. That will probably be just a case of what's available. It's not something I'm hugely concerned about getting, but obviously having some would be quite cool. It's a code card. What did we just open? Silver Tempest. 3, 4. So let's do the card trick. And we've got Pikachu and Friends, Noibat, Togedemaru, Sandile, Swirlix, Fire Energy, Dracloak, Lantern, Unidentified Fossil. I love that Litten artwork. Just, he looks so scared. Poor little baby. And a Mawile V-Star. That's kind of cool. Let's put that one in the sleeve. And did I put my sleeves the right way around? Yes, I did. So I'm going to shift those over there. So so that Charizard can guard the proper horde. Can we see that? Yes, good. So I hadn't planned that too far. Planned that far ahead, I should say. There we go. Code card. And we go into Onyx, Flittle, Nictit, Nasil, or Nasili. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Toadscrawl, TM, Exploud, Techno Radar, Feebas, and Armarouge EX. Cool. So I'm going to shift those out the way. Let's get Armarouge sleeved. So yeah, I'd be really interested to see if they do reprint 151, because that would be really cool. I mean, I don't mind if I have originals or like a second run version of them. It'd just be really nice to have, because as obviously I've mentioned, the Kanto Pokemon are always going to be my favourites, because that is where I started out with Red and Blue. Yeah, so there's just no getting away from it. I love them all. And especially that Charizard card is gorgeous. Good card. So we have got Wimpod, Leopard, Elekid, Tinkertuff, Glysaur, Absol, Simisage, Porygon, Vanillite, and Kingdra. One thing I did kind of struggle with when I transitioned from first generation Pokemon was actually when they gave extra evolutions to Pokemon that already existed. And I think from a story point of view, for me, this is why I struggled with it, because in the canon, I can't say that word and I don't know why, you know, these Pokemon were already found and established. They didn't have sort of base forms, they didn't have extra forms. So we're talking like when you've got Elekid and Electivire, I want to say, you know, because he was always Electabuzz. And yeah, I know they kind of did leave it open a bit, saying that not all Pokemon had been discovered yet, but yeah, that's definitely where I struggled for quite some time actually with the baby Pokemon. So you're talking Pichu and Mime Jr. and all of those. So yeah, I did struggle with that initially. I'm still sort of coming to grips with it in my head, but like, you know, and apart from Pichu, because he's quite easy to evolve into Pikachu, I don't generally use any of the others at all on my teams. And I think that's part of the reason why. But that's enough waffle about that. Code card. Final pack, Obsidian Flames. So, and going into the pack choices or set choices, it's not even because of the cards that are in the sets. Like for me, Obsidian Flames just sounds cool. 151, as I mentioned, with the Kanto Pokemon, enough said. And again, Journey Together because of the colours of the ETB. So yeah, I have weird ways of picking things, but does it matter? It's the things I want to do and it makes me happy, so it's cool. So we got Mawile, Togedemaru, Greavard or Greavard, Lechonk, Frogadier, Dramper, Sharpedo, Spoink, Drillbur, and Entei. So, not terrible. I've certainly had worse pulls, but like I said, I just am enjoying opening Pokemon cards, collecting the Pokemon cards. I hope to be organising mine soon. Just depends if I can actually get hold of some binders again, because everywhere is sold out at the minute. You know, just one of those, and you know, that's fine. These things will restock eventually, so yeah, I'm going to stop waffling because I'm losing the thread. I know the transitions have been a little odd on this particular Pokemon video. It was just the way things worked out, and I messed up a little bit in one of them, and when I cut it out it did make it a little janky. But I hope you guys had fun, and I'll catch you Nooklings later.